Hello, people. My name is Igor, and I'm here to help you to read cards with confidence and maybe, I don't know, live of it like I do. Today, I'm going to try to help in a topic that everybody that has like uh, not good new a not good prediction or a prediction that they didn't want that way, they will ask for it like, can I change what the cards predicted to me? Like, is it possible? If you play the cards and you see something and um, the person doesn't want that, the person doesn't like that, can it be changed or is the future written in stone? During this time I've been working as a fortune teller, as a card reader, I had some clients, some consultants, and they always go they always go mad, like saying, "Oh, will I get like my Prince Charming? Will I get the best job? Uh, will I get rich? Will I have like top model work this week?" Things like that. And when you have like different things to say to them and then don't like it, they may think that that's that way and it's never gonna change. And it's not how it works, you know. At some point, a fortune teller can do predictions to, I don't know, a woman and say, like, hey, your marriage will end. And she says, oh my God. And it happens. And then she goes, like, hey, a fortune teller told me that my marriage would end, and it really happens the way he or she said. Uh, is it going to be always like this? Is there a way to change what the card says? Like, uh, is like playing these cards like it is like the first thing I want you to notice, like on the big stage, is what is to be a fortune teller. It's to observe people, right? Observe people. uh, why do people end up having very different why do people end up having different attitudes in relation to the service, to what is said and what you have already seen? Like, who is going to give you these cards? Who are going to ask you? Like, we're going under a lot of pressure, right? Uh, there are predictions you're going to give. They're going to have visions. You know, you are going to have visions, and that's okay. Every time we make predictions, like in fact, we see things all the time. Uh, like for example, if you see someone doing a job that you know how to do and they are doing the wrong way, you know that's not the right way, and you say, hey, you're doing it the wrong way, that's not the right way to do. you're doing a prediction. Like, it's not going to go the best way it could. Like, for example, I have a friend that once came to me and said, "Hey, I was going to make a cake, and I started putting all the ingredients on the bowl as I was like reading the ingredients, like eggs, flour, sugar, salt, butter, and when I already mixed it. I saw at the end how to do it, how to make it, how to mix everything. And that was the thing. It was already done the wrong way. And I could say, hey, I don't think it's going to be a good cake. That's a prediction. So when you're making a prediction, you are analyzing like the big picture, like you know the receipt, you know how a job is done, and uh, you see beforehand. It's not just uh, that there is a prediction of coming to a divination, then like by inconvenient means, uh, you fortune teller, you will like be an oracle, and like it doesn't matter if you use cards, seashells, runes. It doesn't really matter the channel you use to make this prediction. You are analyzing it, right? Like, not all predictions are prophecies, because they are still more like a possibility, a fact that may come to this end or that other end. So like Google gives predictions every day, right? You type there. I want to go to the Walmart. Is it going to be open? And it predicts to you yes or no, or at what time it's going to close. So something can change and it's going to close before that. I don't know if Walmart is the best thing here, but let's think about the restaurant you like. It doesn't really matter the example. Like it delivers a forecast, a vision, a prediction. And when you're doing it, it's going to be a warning. It's going to be a concept. So you're foretelling, you're forecasting, you're like using the tools you have to make these predictions that may or may not happen. The idea here is something like if we want to go to the beach, we want to know if it's going to rain, so we're going to use an app or a weather channel for that to see if you were going to be able like to enjoy it, or if you should like take a coat to your job. Like is it going to get colder? Like do I need to have an umbrella with me? Is there going to be a road closed, a traffic jam, or something like that, You can use the GPS for that, and it's predicting to you how long it's going to take and where should you go and things like that. So why did God or the gods or anything you believe on uh, give us the possibility of predicting things so that could we could be able to do something about that, right? Uh, you know, that's uh, we do something and that something gives us a better result. uh, I'll try to give an example. uh, Somebody says to a man, it's going to rain, so build a boat because it's going to rain a lot. uh, and that man starts to build a boat and everybody goes like, hey, you're crazy, why are you building a boat? It's because it's going to rain a lot. Okay, but you can like stay at your home. No, but I got a prediction that it's going to rain a lot, really a lot. And that guy was Noah. So a prediction may or may not be a prophecy or a myth. The thing is, it can warn you of something. Like, if I tell you a bombastic thing, like, we do then for people to know what they could do. Like, if I say to somebody, you're going to get fired, and this person goes, oh my God, I'm going to get fired, I don't know what to do. And they start to look at the bad thing of it, like creating chaos into their life, into their job, and they get fired. And they say, hey, you really told me I was going to get fired. But it is like you could be changing that, you know? Uh, Also, in terms of predictions, like comparing to different ways, like astrology, this cousin of tarot, this cousin of card reading, uh, it makes predictions based on the day you were born, on your horoscope. Like, uh, they look at a period of time when you were born, and that can like show you how it's going to be all your life or things like that. Like, if there's a solar revolution, the most famous one, which happens on your birthday, it can also have like lunations. Uh, it may change the way you're going to take things. How are the planets today? How are they around the map? It starts giving a series of shots, which we call like very well predictions, which are which makes like they're very accepted. People love them. So uh, why do people think in two ways about two kinds of predictions that works alike? I don't really understand that. Like, no one doubts on astrology. Like, of course, there are some people that doubts, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, like, astrology is like a lighthouse, you know. and everybody goes well with that. Like, okay, that works. Uh, so this reading cards may look different, but they are alike, right? So a tarologist, a cartomancy does everything that astrology is doing, but in its own way, in his or her own way, like to make predictions. Like, I don't know. I can say like that you're going to, I don't know, uh, meet someone that will be really beautiful, really handsome, and that will have like a good kiss, or that you're going to prison, or things like that. But I usually say that we are foretelling, forecasting. We see what could be happening with you from this moment, you know? Uh, so Tarot would make these predictions. Yes, we can like sit down today and just talk about this and wait for it to happen. So now we have an interesting thing of what people expect from tarot predictions, from card reading. Uh, what is that different from what they expect from astrology, right? Like, if something happens in Mars, like changes the way your map's going, why are you okay with that? Or like, I'm gonna change that. And with card reading, it would be different. Like, did you understand what I'm saying? It is like this cousin of card reading, astrology, undermines the works and values predicting, and then really don't even mention the period, like about the horoscope itself. You see predictions on the newspapers for the week of Christmas, uh, or the New Year's, like event that is going to happen and will be built like on the next 15 days because of the full moon and things like that, like things that may change with the eclipse or the middle eclipse that will take for 6 months, or 3 months, or this astrology gives head deadlines, you know. Why do people want it then? um, I thought what the people want hasn't stopped what the people want from the cards. When you're like turning the corner, like climbing a dead hill, tired, out of breath, sweat, and you see these pants, right? Like, I was with a client once, and we started like talking about her life and things like that. So the first question I asked her was if she was happy in her relationship. Does she have someone who like is really good for her? And I saw in the cards things like uh, if she was going to find this Prince Charming. Do you understand? Like, I could even see like I don't know hairstyle, salary, if it's younger than her or not. Like, if he would respect her, you know. So it could be good for her or not. Do you understand why? Because if I say, hey, this is always going to happen if you go out and see this person, and out of the 6 months later, she's again asking about relationship, and I say, hey, how about that guy that I told you? It never happened. How did it didn't happen? Are you going out? No, I don't. I never leave home. In our work home office. I haven't been talking to people like in a while. So, how do you want this prediction to work? You know, and in other hands, you could say like, hey, you're going to meet someone at your job, and he's going to be handsome, and he's going to have a lot of money, so you will be able to go out with him. You're going to like him a lot. Sex will be great, but you didn't say that he was going to be cheating on her all the time. So, is that good at all? Would she like that? Did you understand it? Like, forecasting is for you to prevent some things or to go for some things. It's like knowing the path, as I told before. Like, you will be able to have a new approach to what's correct. You know, you can understand that the cards are not making these predictions for you uh, to just follow them. They're saying what could be happening, so you take the right approach. Like, it's more than cards making these predictions. Uh, they say how your path could be. Like, they show the destination. They are the lighthouse. Like, they are right after the path to assist you. It's not about identity or the service. Uh, you know, it's actually about having the vision, knowing the strategy for your own life, right? So that's how it is. It's better for us to make our clients understand that. Try to show them uh, how they could go with that or not. So people tend to do things the way they think they would do them, the way they want to do them. But when you have these predictions, you hope of something, like you want something or don't want something. So, like, if I say that your boss is going to promote you, but you go like really happy, hey, I'm going to be promoted, and you stop doing your job, you stop doing what you do, you stop being a good employee, uh, and then you get fired, and you say, hey, Igor, you're not a good card reader because the prediction you made didn't really happen. You're a bad fortune teller, and your predictions doesn't work. And the thing is, when you're doing predictions, you really need to hope that people goes the way you are reading. So one of these predictions work if it's good. So they will go the way, hey, you're doing it really well and you are a good fortune teller. They don't tend to understand that you're showing a path uh, from that time, and that they can or cannot follow this path. Like once I was reading to someone and I told her, she was asking about her ex boyfriend, and I saw that she would need to like leave it behind, like give up on him. He's not the good one. And she was like, no, he's the love of my life, and I want him forever, and that's how it's going to work. And I was saying that she would meet the real love of her life after that. But after 6 months, after a year, she never left that behind. She was always thinking about this guy. She was always after this guy. And maybe the love of her life found the love of his life. And she was still in that same cycle of trying to go back with the ex that was not her love, you know? So if your client doesn't move, if he's or her, if he or she actually doesn't do nothing but to complain, nothing is gonna change, you know. uh, it doesn't matter how much they scream or how much do they go for another fortune teller or things like that. Like if you say, hey, this guy's not the love of your life and you need to like carry on, she, if she doesn't like it, she's going to another one until someone says, no, he's the love of your life, and you're going to be together forever. And she won't stop when it's the way she wants, but she's not following her best path, you know, like I said before, to like, what do I mean? We can change these predictions. Like, but the real question here is, what do I want? And where am I going? Why am I going to change, or what am I going to change So this fortune telling, this forecast, this foretolding can help me to have this lighthouse. It is like talking about me now. Uh, a while ago, uh, I was like working with marketing and stuff. I have been working with marketing like a, for a long time, and I started learning tarot, and I started giving consults, and I started making money of it and helping people. And I always use the cards to know my best path, to know if I'm going the right way. I use the cards to know if I should buy this apartment because it's a pretty expensive apartment in one of the biggest cities in the world. So I needed to know if I would have enough money for a long time to be able to pay for it. The same way, once I was reading cards for me and I saw that I should be teaching it to you guys so you guys can help people, so I can help you guys to help people, you know? And that's why I'm living here and that I'm teaching here, you know, trying to teach, like trying my best. I understood that I could use all the tools I had from marketing to have more money with my card reading and all the jobs I do that goes with the card reading, and to use these tools to teach more people, like to be able to show more people what they could do with card reading. What do I mean with this? It's again like following your path. Like the great learning I had, the greater vision that I want to give to you guys is that these predictions about events that are destined on your lives, they are not there for nothing. And I believe in a greater engineering of destinies, in a greater way of everything going like together that can awaken talents like strengths, uh, overcoming these relationships, uh, you know, and making everything go to this best path. And we can use these cards to see if we are following it and help people see if they are following it. I think that it's like if a greater power, if God, if all the gods, it doesn't matter in what we believe, if they give us the possibility, if he or she, if it give us the possibility to make these predictions, I believe that's because we are able to modify, we have this possibility, and uh, this greater authorities allows us to change, and they give us tips on how to do that. So I would think that a bad prediction or a prediction that I don't want that way would be like a warning for, like, hey, do I really want this? Is this the right path? Is this the right way? Can I change it? Should I change it? Is it going to be better for me to do this or that, to change this or that, you know? But we need to know that we will always be uh, like working with people, working for people in this case, to try to help them. So we could go like into the myth of Cassandra. I don't know if you guys know about it, if you remember it. Uh, I'll be always telling about this. Like, she was praying in the temple of Apollo, uh, and at some point she was able to hear what the gods were talking about mortals, about mankind, and what they were expecting and planning for mankind. And she was always saying to people about that. And the gods were not happy with that. So they went to her and said, hey, we're going to curse you. You can hear what we say. You can make these predictions on our conversations. So from now on, every time you hear about our plans for humanity and you talk about this, it is going to change. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to do another way. And people started thinking she was crazy. So she was like banned from like predicting, you know. And as fortune tellers, as card readers, we need to look for that and be really clear to our clients, to our consultants, and know that at some point they are going to do the opposite. They are going to do it in a way that it doesn't take to what we see, and they need to know that it's not written in stone. It can always be changed. I really like to talk every time when I read for someone for the first time. I like to talk about Avengers. I don't know if it's Endgame or if it's Avengers Infinite Wars. One of those. At some point on the movie, Doctor Strange uses the time jewelry, the time jewel, to see all the possibilities, to predict everything that could be happening if they were going to win at some point. And he says something like 14 billions or 14 millions, I don't remember, of possibilities. And in one of them, they were able to win. And I always say, hey, life is like that. The future is like that. What we see here, it's just a possibility. It's a prediction based on your energy today, based on how things are going today and now. and it can change. It can be changed by you. It can be changed by something. It's like the butterfly effect, you know. It's just me reading cards, predicting to you what could happen if we go this way or that way. Well, I think that's it. You know, we can use it as a guide to our best path. Um, I think that's it for today. I hope it helped you. If it helped you, consider on subscribing, liking, sharing, and remember that my idea here is to help you to read cards with confidence and maybe living of it. So that's it. Peace.